Good morning and welcome to our live coverage from the Sydney Cricket Ground. I'm Mike Atherton and alongside me today is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy and the irrepressible David Gower.
Well, others, thanks for that warm introduction. I, for one, am looking forward to the day's play. I've been down pitchside to look at the conditions. And the ground staff have set up a very fair wicket. Any lapse in concentration, though, and the wickets will tumble. So, probably worth having a bowl first. Gorgeous clear weather and no threat of any rain.
Great work, David. It's time for the toss. Let's join them pitchside to see who'll be batting first.
Despite the conditions, the captain is asking the openers to pad up. Might be a costly decision. The bowlers will fancy their chances of early wickets.
Here we go. First ball of the match. Nothing better. Better than getting a game started and hearing the sound of leather on willow.
Yep.
That's mistimed. It's gone high. Should be gone.
Yeah!
First ball. What a start. What a delivery.
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down. This one without scoring.
Middle that one. Great timing.
That's the start you want. Awesome shots, and it's flown over the boundary.
Drives and misses everything.
Yes, nice bowling.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Great timing. Right off the meat of the bat.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Yep.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early, and it was dispatched with aplomb.
That's a long way up. Is there anyone there to catch it?
Keeper.
A couple on offer here. End of the over. The Ravens are 1 for 18. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the Randwick end.
Wait.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
Wait! Yep.
Gone. Excellent catch, close to the bat.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Wait on! No, no, no! Yep.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
Super piece of timing.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Yep.
Got that away nicely.
Everything was right about it. The footwork to get back and then the bat coming through the ball beautifully.
Poor shot. Really lucky.
Well, look how close that was to off stump. The timing on the shot was poor. Really didn't even get close to the ball. Very lucky to get away with that.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
That was just a fantastic shot. Lets the ball come onto the bat and cuts it away for 4 runs.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
That was just a massive shot. Middled it and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
In the air. Looks to be landing safely.
The timing on that shot was just perfect. Brilliant shot. It was a boundary the moment it hit the bat. Misses out there on the short, wide one.
Oh, yes, nice
That's a
bowling.
tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Get that!
They'll get at least one. Super catch.
So that's the 3rd wicket down, trudging off the field. They're well and truly into the middle order now.
Lots of pressure coming into bat. We'll have to wait, though, to face their first ball. Time that brilliantly.
That ball has been hit. It has flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
There was a bit of width on that and they've climbed into the shot to send it up and over for 6.
Oh, well bowled.
Well, that's perhaps a little harsh. I felt it wasn't that wide.
That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
Saw it from the moment it left the hand, latched onto it and given the full treatment.
Yep.
Great shot.
Good return there, back from the deep.
Yep.
Oh, that is a great catch.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
At number 6 for the Rajasthan Ravens.
Yep.
And again, see you later, 2 wickets on the trot.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board.
Fielders there in the covers, but they put it right into the gap. That's a beautiful shot.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over, that one. Too many loose deliveries.
Yep.
Caught first ball of the new over. What a disappointment.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
Yep.
A real beauty. Just times it so well.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Yeah.
Great shot. At least one on offer. Easy catch. Didn't have to move, really.
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now you need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease.
Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
Just a little bit of room given. The power was immense. That has flown over the boundary.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Nice bowling.
There's trouble here.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Yep.
That's really high. Don't think anyone is close.
Bowler.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
Over. The Ravens are 7 for 81.
Wait on.
Simple as you like. Didn't bother to look at more than one delivery in the over.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Right in the slot, right where they like it. The ball races to the boundary.
Well, not going to hang around, if that's any indication. Picking up 4 from your first ball.
Yep.
Too good. Not sure anyone is going to cut that off.
That was a solid shot, really well played. Ball was dropped just a little shorter, and a great shot off the back foot.
Yep.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
No.
There'll be 1 run here for them. Misses everything.
Well bowled.
Maybe they didn't pick that up very late on the shot.
Catch.
Great shot.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. 5 fielders are now able to be moved outside the circle. Holder from the Paddington end.
That's a much better directed short ball. Didn't quite manage to get the bat in position. It's through to the keeper. That's the 1 bouncer for the over.
Beaten on the drive.
Bowling.
Holder with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
right out of the middle.
He was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Oh, well bowled.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away.
Oh, well.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
Yes, nice bowl.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot, couldn't find a gap.
4 runs added in the over. The Ravens are 8 for 98.
Dreaming I've made it around you. I'll soak this time and gather in stars in your eyes. You're all that. And if you let me, I will show you what we could be. Take my hand to the other side.
Interesting decision. The pitch really looks like there will be something early for the bowlers, but the captain is asking their openers to get the pads on.
Here we go. First ball of the match. Nothing better than getting a game started and hearing the sound of leather on willow. A really aggressive shot to play off the first ball of the innings.
It looked a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire, though, has given it as a wide.
There'll be runs here. Caught, gone.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball. Misses everything.
Nice bowling.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Beaten on the drive.
Oh, well bowled.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away.
Nice shot.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Yep.
Finds the edge. Straight to the fielder.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board. Time that brilliantly.
That's the start you want. Awesome shots, and it's flown over the boundary.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the Randwick end.
Oh.
Drives and misses everything. Misses. That's so close to a run out. Really should have been hit from there.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single. There'll be one run here for them. Trouble. Oh, gone.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
The captain is heading out to the field.
Just a little bit of room given. The power was immense. That has flown over the boundary.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
What great reactions. Brilliant catch close in.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Rajasthan Ravens, please give them a round of applause.
Catch it.
Great timing. Right off the meat of the bat.
Perhaps that slipped out of the hand a little during the release. Sodhi didn't mind and sent it high and handsome over the boundary rope for 6.
Too good. Not sure anyone is going to cut that off.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, and 4 runs.
Caught. One of the easiest catches you'll see.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Bowling.
Well, that's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot, just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Doesn't beat the infield. Gone. Brilliant in the field.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down, really didn't get settled and looked to be in trouble for most of the knock.
For 31, James Neesham is the new batsman for the Rajasthan Ravens. Please make him welcome.
Got that away nicely.
That showed great skill. Lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
Immaculate timing there.
Too much room given. It came onto the bat really well, and a beautiful shot that just raced away.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive.
Yes.
Good pickup. Big chance. Confident appeal. Could it be?
They've got to go without scoring. This is a real purple patch for the bowler. They've got one of the main batters out, LBW.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yeah.
Great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air and takes a good catch.
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now you need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease. A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
Good bit of timing there. Loud appeal. Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot. They'll get at least one.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive.
That's the over. The Ravens are 7 for 48. The right armour is coming into the attack from the Paddington end. Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe. There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
That's out. Caught.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into the fireworks as we would have hoped, but still, solid work.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
End of a high-scoring over. Beautiful batting. After hitting the boundary that many times, confidence is high out in the middle. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Sensible decision in the end not to take that run.
Great shot. Great timing. A couple on offer here. It's getting to where this is becoming a problem. It's obvious it isn't out, but they appeal anyway.
Yep.
There's a chance if this hits. Could that be out? Looks so.
9 down now. The bowlers have nearly completed the job. The openers out in the field will be getting themselves ready for batting. It shouldn't be long before this innings ends.
There it is. Finishes the innings off, and what a way to do it. On this pitch and in these conditions, it's going to take something really special from the bowlers to win this. Really needed more runs on the board. Pressure will be right on the bowlers if they don't find early wickets. Strong appeal. Just misses. Must have only been millimetres from hitting leg.
De Kock shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Yep.
Caught. What a position to set there. A brilliant catch.
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring.
Big shout.
Wait there.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Yep.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, and will want to show everyone their strength. Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one. Bolt, the left-arm pace bowler, is coming on to bowl in the Paddington end.
Yep. No!
A little late on that, no run scored.
Gone, played all around it.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up. The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this.
So that's the third wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
Yes.
Gone. Another one goes. 2 wickets in 2 balls, and they're on a roll now.
Another one gone. The fourth wicket is in the bag. A bit of trouble if there was another to fall quickly. We've seen some very good bowling.
We all wait to see what comes of this ball. All you have to worry about for the moment is getting through this one ball. Avoid the hat-trick and then build an innings. Edged it. Bowler is confident on this one.
Starting to get really interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket.
That's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Yep, yep.
Big appeal.
Just need to settle down. The timing is off. These deliveries are there to be hit, but it's a time for cool heads.
Yep.
Good shot. He's found the gap.
Good running. Just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeping pressure on the bowlers.
Nice shot. Runs possible. Quick onto that in the infield.
There was trouble for a moment, but these two are quick enough to avoid the run out in the end.
Yep.
Middle that one. Great timing.
Barely seemed to hit it, and it's gone over the rope.
Giving them absolutely nothing here at the moment. Another over gone and not much from it. Bolt from the Paddington end. Right out of the middle.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Sounded good the moment it hit the bat.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
In the air. Looks to be landing safely.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep.
Oh boy, that's really high. This might be gone. Just about timed that perfectly.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score. That's the end of the over. Just magical batting. Nothing the bowler can do but watch as the ball goes all over the ground. Patterson into the attack now from the Randwick end. Poor shot. Really lucky.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads. Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot. Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Pads that one.
Wait. No.
Needs to be on target.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Yep.
Out.
Yeah!
Caught.
Oh dear, it's been a poor innings under pressure, and now they've got the key batter out cheaply.
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the Paddington end.
That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
There'll be runs here.
Timing just a little early on that occasion.
Yep.
Got their weight forward, their head was right, and punched nicely through the ball.
They'd look for a couple here.
Manipulating the field, asking questions of the opposition captain as they take a single.
Out. Pretty straightforward catch in the end.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on as they bring a bit of energy to the crease.
Yep.
And again, see you later, 2 wickets on the trot.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail. Another chance to bowl that one. Really can't have been wide by much, though.
Great shot.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that shot. Getting their iron straight away. That's raced for 4.
That sees the completion of the over. A good one too. Not many opportunities to score. The captain can push this field a bit deeper now. 3 more players able to go outside the circle. Out!
Yeah!
What a catch!
Another one goes off to the sheds. That's 9 down. Some good bowling finding this tail out. And it certainly feels like this is close to the finish.
Nice bowling.
Misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Bowling.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the 3rd dot.
Super piece of timing.
Just need one of the cameramen to send that one back. A little bit of width, but clinically put away.
Well placed. Should get a single.
He was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
End of the over, and again it's a good one for the bowling side, not letting batters build any momentum. Beautiful cover drive. A hint of movement in the air and eased towards the boundary.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
No!
Straight to the fielder.
Short and wide, did well to get some bat on that.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
It was in the air for a long time, but 4 bounced just inside the rope.
Sodhi, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Yep.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
High, high, high in the air. This should be an easy chance. Gone! Takes it and seals the win.
The Ravens get the final wicket.